Worcester is the second largest city, population-wise, in the Commonwealth. Its nickname is the heart of the Commonwealth, not because it's in the exact middle of the state, which is arguably Rutland, but because of the major highways passing through. We had heard about all of the good things happening in Worcester and needed to explore for ourselves. Since Worcester is the location of the first diner in Massachusetts, it made sense to start our day with breakfast at the Miss Worcester Diner.
So, Kim, and like I told you, we can upgrade to the crunchy French toast. We get a little bit of everything. Yeah. Irish Benedict is fabulous. All the Bennies are great. Okay. Irish Benedict has homemade ham. Oh.
Ah.
Yeah. Bennies.
I've got to try. Coconut custard?
Yes.
What? We're at the Miss Worcester Diner. It's a little busy here. Okay, Debbie, what you got there?
This is apple pecan stuffed French toast with cream cheese in it. Let's see.
And real maple syrup. The suspense is killing me. Good?
Oh my God, that's so good. The French toast is nice and crunchy, but soft on the inside. The apples are tart and not mushy. So good. Pecans, so good. Cream cheese, oh, it's so good.
Toast with crunchy cereal on the outside and real maple syrup. It looks delicious. Seems like it's got caramel on it. Wow. See that cereal?
Yes. Look at that. Yum.
Ooh.
The one perfect bite.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
We headed over to Polar Park in only its second season hosting the Boston Red Sox farm team.
We're here with Liz Burns at Polar Park in Worcester, which is the new stadium for the Woo Sox. Used to be the Paw Sox, but it's the farm team for the Red Sox.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
So what can you tell us about the stadium?
Well, a lot.
Yeah.
We're opening our second season on April 11th to hopefully 9,508 fans to come and see our Woo Sox. Single day tickets are already on sale, and mini plans are on sale, as well as season tickets. We're hoping that more people come back this season, and we'll have full capacity. We have lots of new things added for the fans here at Polar Park, so we hope you can all come and see us soon.
A lot of good food?
A lot of great food from the city that we've incorporated by, fans were asked what they wanted to see in Polar Park, what we could change to make it even better experience for them. Mm-hmm. The owners held a day where fans were invited in to talk about what they'd like to see changed, and we've taken a lot of that into account and made some changes for the new season ahead.
So tell us about the story of how the Woo Sox came to be in Worcester.
Well, there was a gentleman who sent some postcards wooing Pawtucket to come to Worcester, as Pawtucket was trying to find a way to move the team to a city or town around New England. And he gathered as many friends as he could and sent upwards of 10,000 postcards to the team down in Pawtucket, wooing them to come to Worcester, why we wanted them there, and it really touched Larry Lucchino and the owners to say they must really want us up in Worcester, and why not go where you're wanted and needed, and it was a wonderful thing for Worcester.
Excellent. Well, let's take a tour of the
All
park.
right, sure. Where would you like to start? So it looks a little different than it would look for game day. This would be filled with high-top tables and stools.
Oh.
For $8 or $9, you can come to the Polo Park and see a game right here. And imagine if someone like Chris Sale or even $8 or $9.
Wow.
Now this year they're going to be $12. I believe they're going up to $12, and this will be your seat. So you would purchase this seat. It wouldn't be general admission. You can
that's
still
a
buy
deal
a
breaker.
standing room only.
$9 to $12, that's a deal
9 to
breaker.
yeah.
Kidding.
You can still purchase those $8 or $9 tickets and have standing room all around the park, as well as the berm seats out there, which is a wonderful place for families, as there's a playground out there.
Yeah.
But you'll notice that when they built the park, it was built on this hill, this mound. So at every entrance, you're really coming in at street level. And she wanted it to be, Janet Marie Smith, the designer of the ballpark, wanted it to be that you didn't ever need to walk up to your seats. So depending where you came in, you could always either walk down to your seats or you're on the level of your seats.
Oh, okay. And there's seats up there.
There are seats up there, right.
Wow.
So if you came in at B, you would be level with your seats and walk down to your seats. That's our blue Worcester wall, where Fenway has their green monster.
wall.
Theirs is in the left field, ours is in the right field. But those are wonderful seats up there. They'll run you about $15 for those seats. They're fantastic seats.
Wow.
They're adding, this is our video screen, this Polo Park screen. This was here last year. It's wonderful. That's your scoreboard out next to FlexCon. And that AbbVie screen that's just a batter's eye. And that's just a black screen so that the batter and the catcher and the pitcher, there's nothing, the ball isn't obstructed by the sky, so they can see the white ball.
Oh, that's cool.
This is our wonderful fan services. So fans can come in here with any questions they have. We'll try and get you answers to those questions. We have security is in here. First aid is always manned by 4 to 6 EMS who would roam we would always have 2 in here, and then the others would roam the park. We have a nursing room for families, so women could come in with their children, watch the game live streamed, and have a private area if they would like that. We also, this is a wonderful addition to our park. This is our sensory room for anyone, child or adult, who a ballpark can be an overwhelming place with noises and sounds. So if they need a place to kind of calm down and regroup, we've set up this area. They have activities in the closet. They'd live stream the game. Sometimes parents just come in with their little ones who need a break. We have noise canceling headphones to give to fans.
You're going to do it.
Sure.
Not going to break it, is it?
No. Now, she's got to get out.
No, you guys go ahead. Okay.
warm up in here.
Wow. I can do this.
We can do it together.
Wait, my knees.
Once a week too, last year we had a promotion where they'd have a photograph made into a poster, and that was given out every Tuesday, I believe. Wednesday last year, and I believe it will also be this year, is Women in Worcester, so they recognize a woman in Worcester on Wednesdays. Thursday's college night, so college area students can buy a specific ticket that has their ticket to get into the game, and then also some advance money that they can spend at the concessions.
Oh, wow.
Friday night, every Friday, is fireworks after the game, which is wonderful. Saturday, fans are asked to come onto the field after the game, invited to come on the field and play. We give them these soft balls and they can play catch on the field. And we put Field of Dreams on the screen and play music.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's wonderful. And Sunday, fans of all ages are invited to run the bases.
That's for sure.
When you are able to come to a game, this is where we run our in-ballpark and our television productions. So everything on this side of the room goes into the video boards out there. Our DJs is over in the corner. All of our graphics and replays and different cameras come through all of these computers. So we can put on a show for everyone that shows up to the ballpark. On the other side, everything over here is for our television broadcast on Nessun. So we have same thing on this side, graphics operators, directors, replay operators, and during a game time, every seat in this room is filled, and we'll have 25 plus people in this room trying to put on 2 simultaneous productions at once. So it gets stressful, it gets crazy, but it's where the action is. It's very fun.
And so what are they doing now?
Right now, so we're getting ready for this year's ballpark entertainment. So we're making all of the graphics you'll see in 2 months. We're making them right now leading up to it. And then we're also working on some posts for social media, editing our podcast over there in the corner. So this is kind of our control room, the command central, where we our production team lives.
This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming to check it out. Come back here on a game day, it's going to be a lot more busy,
Yeah.
a lot more full.
Yes, computer age.
This is, we'll have our director up here talking down to Jill on the field with all the different activities that are going on, so we can coordinate, when the kids got to go out for the run the bases and for the first pitch, we have to have good communication so that all the cameras are ready, all of their graphics with their names and stuff come out as soon as they're coming out on camera, and she helps us coordinate all of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It takes a village to put on a game.
No, it
Sure
really,
does.
It really does. This is definitely, this room costs, the equipment here costs so much, they really spoiled us with this new ballpark. It's a lot of high-end stuff that we didn't have access to before we moved here.
Right. And your name is what?
My name is Dylan McCaffrey.
Dylan McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're in charge of?
I'm the producer of Sox Productions, and our director of Sox Productions, I think, is setting up something outside right now. I think we have Bob Cowsill here today, about to perform.
Wow.
It's never a dull moment.
Along with the guitar.
Yeah.
Right.
Excellent.
Makes sense.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Dylan.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you guys for coming up.
Yeah.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
This is from the poem Casey at the Bat.
Oh. Who knew that we were going to have the pleasure of hearing Bob Cowsill of the famous Cowsills jamming with the Polar Park Band with president of the park, Dr. Charles Steinberg, on keyboards.
Welcome to the VCU Club. Yay! And the Woo Sox Band featuring special guest Bob Cowsill.
Oh, thank you.
But we'll start off with Nat and Taylor on lead vocals, LB in the business, as we play Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I want you to do one of yours. I want
All right.
to see you.
What do you want to do? I only got 4. It's not going to take us long.
Hair?
Okay.
Hair. What key is that?
C minor.
C minor.
It's kind of weird.
That's all right. Here we go.
All right. Well, they got to do the long intro that we thought the radio would never play, but they did. She asked him why I'm a hairy
Unfortunately, we couldn't record any of the music due to copyright issues, but trust me, we loved it. We pulled ourselves away from Polar Park and went to the Worcester Historical Museum to meet with Vanessa Bumpus, exhibitions coordinator.
These are some bathing suits from our collection, if you can imagine swimming in a
Oh
bathing
my
suit.
gosh. No, I can't.
Covers up some more than some dresses do these days.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And that's the communion silver that belonged to Elizabeth Salisbury, whose house we own and operate. The house is our largest artifact. Salisbury's came here from Boston to open a branch of the family store. And two, who also stays in Worcester, but the third Stephen III, they're always named Stephen, is the most generous to Worcester. He gives the land for WPI, Institute Park, starts the Worcester Art Museum, is one of our founding members.
Yep.
So he is the most philanthropic to the city. Unlike Lowell, where they made only textiles, or Springfield, where they only made guns, Worcester made everything.
Okay.
We have a wide variety of product, which is interesting because we're landlocked. You can't get to water from Worcester.
Right.
So the Blackstone Canal is dug, and that gives us access to Providence, so we can put things on boats. So they're able to make everything in Worcester. Worcester is still known as the heart of the Commonwealth, because we're the transportation center of the state. Making a little bit of everything. We're making monkey wrenches, which is invented here, the adjustable wrench. If you've ever ridden on a merry-go-round or on a riverboat, you know that the steam calliope, that was invented in Worcester.
Oh.
By Joshua Stoddard, there in 1855. It's steam whistles. And it's music made by steam whistles. We make boots, we make shoes, we make instruments. One of Worcester's biggest exports is looms. We're sending the looms to Lowell, where they're making the textiles for our clothes. So
Really?
yeah, that all comes out of Worcester. And it's one of those companies that relates with everyone around here.
Right.
They were a big employer of the Swedish community. If you actually drive to the Greendale section of Worcester, where the Greendale Mall used to be, that was recently taken down, a lot of the houses will look like houses made in Sweden, because they wanted a community.
Now what's the dress? The dress is
The
beautiful.
dress belonged to Mrs. Booth, whose father owned one of the newspapers in town.
Okay.
We have the Royal Worcester Corset Company, which is over here. That's a salesman's model. No woman ever looked like that.
No.
It's not humanly possible. We made stenography machines. We made musical instruments. The fog nozzle that helped us win the war and puts out fires still today was invented and manufactured in Worcester. The birth control pill is first researched and invented in Worcester, bringing us into the 20th century. We made ball valves, we made airplane parts. That's Worcester wire. It was in telegraph wire, telephone wire, underwater cables. That all came out of Worcester.
Wow.
They say that there's some wire from the Zakim Bridge from Worcester also.
Really?
Yeah, Worcester is everywhere. We always say Worcester is the gift to the world.
Yeah.
Every day you come in contact with something that was at some point probably made in Worcester. Whether it's your breakfast cereal, or a butter knife, or the wire in your earrings, or your braces, or your glasses.
Yeah.
At some point, one of those products was made in Worcester.
Huh.
It's really exciting.
Huh.
And I don't think people think that when they hear Worcester.
Yeah,
But it's
no.
true. First perfect game in baseball history was pitched in Worcester. It's an interesting city. We do a lot with space. We build the wheels on the dune buggy for the moon landing are made in Worcester. The legs for the moon lander were made in Worcester by Honomatic Corporation.
Wow.
And their archives are held at WPI. We have more colleges than any other city in the United States here in Worcester. It's a real destination, and I think it's growing every day even now. So our biggest immigrant community are people from Ghana. Actually, the church next to the museum here is a church congregation from Ghana.
Okay.
And a lot of them, the biggest employer in central Massachusetts is UMass. And we have a Nobel Prize, won from UMass about 20 years ago, I think. And they still continue to do research. And Humira, the biggest selling drug in America for arthritis, is made here in Worcester at AbbVie. And they come here in the late 1980s, and they're still here today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. We
That's
don't brag
very
too much,
interesting.
but we're pretty proud of our
It's
history here at
okay.
Worcester. Worcester
Wow.
for a while was also the Valentine manufacturing capital of the world.
The Valentine.
Valentine, yes. It started by Esther Howland. She doesn't invent Valentines, but she starts manufacturing them here in Worcester. And then George Whitney comes along with his printing press and starts printing Valentines. Hers are all handmade. But eventually they get printed. This is the drafting desk that Smiley is created on by Harvey Ball. In 1963, Worcester Mutual Fire Insurance merges with another insurance company, and they want to figure out a way to increase employee morale. So they hired him as a graphic designer, and he invents the smiley face.
Wow.
And they all wear a button. He's hired for the button. He's paid $45. He never copyrights it. That's the gasp we always get when we hear that story. So the Spain brothers come around in the 70s, and they have a nice day, and they make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Harvey was never bitter about it, though. He created World Smile Day, which we celebrate the first Friday in October. And it's a day to do an act of kindness for someone else and make someone else smile. We take it very seriously here in Worcester.
I bet.
It is a big day. We have celebrations and all that. But Harvey was a very skilled artist, and a Worcester smiley face is very specific. You can see here. It's always a perfect circle.
Yes.
Always yellow. So if you see a blue one, it's not a Worcester smiley face. One eye is bigger than the other. Usually the right eye is bigger than the left, and the smile is slightly off center. And you can see a good example of it here. And the right side of the mouth is thicker and larger than the left.
Yeah.
So Worcester, original Harvey Ball smiley face that we call grandfather to the emoji is very specific.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So the Valentine, smiley face,
Yep.
lots of great things come out of Worcester at some point or another.
Wow. Now, when was Worcester incorporated?
Worcester is incorporated. We start off as a town, and I believe we become a city in 1848.
1848.
Yes, I think so. I'll check the date for you.
Okay.
Put that in the book, but I'm pretty sure it's 1848. We become a city, third largest city in New England, still today. We go back and forth with Providence. So our May anniversary is May 19th, the birthday of our founder, Samuel Staples. He would have been 200.
Wow.
He sends out the first letter to a couple of other business owners in the community saying that it's time to rescue artifacts from oblivion.
Oh.
And the first beer we launch will be called Rescue from Oblivion. And it'll be in the
Nice.
style of Samuel's time.
This is wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you taking the time to
No
talk with
problem.
us
We're
today.
glad you're able to come out to Worcester all the way from Plymouth.
Absolutely.
Our last stop had to be the Worcester Public Market to find all of the local, fresh products and food it has to offer under one roof. We did venture across the street to the Table Talk Pie store as well.
We're here with Catherine Aguilar, owner of K-Sense, here in the Worcester Public Market.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us today.
No problems. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Sure. So tell us about your shop.
So I am the first plastic-free store in the city of Worcester. I opened up my business in 2019. I was completely online at first, and then I actually got the opportunity to be here in the Worcester Public Market. I opened on March 14th, 2020. So I was only open a weekend before the pandemic kind of shut us all down. But at that point, I kind of just pivoted again, and I went back to online and doing at-home deliveries until we were able to open again in about June of that year. So it's been an adventure. It's been fun. I just moved locations at the beginning of February from I was in the center aisle of the market to now being in the front by the parking lot. So I have a lot more visibility, which is great. And I'm actually 2 businesses in one house now. I'm with my business partner, Lizzie Bellows. She owns the Life in Bloom. So her store is a plant shop and a flower shop, and then combined it with my candles and everything else.
Okay, so you have all candles or mostly candles, or?
So I started my main product that I create are these candles. So I take beer bottles, wine bottles, glass, ceramic, and I turn them into all natural soy candles. You can feel free to smell it.
That smells really good.
This one's cupcake. So this one's buttercream, vanilla, and a little bit of, just buttercream and vanilla.
And what kind of candle wax is it?
All natural soy wax.
Okay.
I get my soybeans from North Carolina, and everything is my candle fragrances. I get them from this gentleman out in one of the B towns over there, Brockton.
Okay.
So he's cool. He's actually a Worcester native as well, so it's been really cool working with him. But I carry organic dog skincare line. We do reusable tote bags, metal straws. We have all natural cleaning products that come in aluminum. So we're completely plastic free, very minimal packaging. And we like to work with all women-owned businesses.
Excellent, that's great. So you've been in business for a couple of years now. That's good. You're going and you're sustainable. It's really awesome. Are you thinking about expanding your line at all, or is this what you want to kind of stick with?
I think for right now, collabing with Lizzie and the Life in Bloom, we're going to kind of see how this takes off for us. We'd really like that we're able to kind of split our time and look for outside opportunities. My goal this year is to find some wholesale opportunities, other gift shops in Massachusetts or the New England area, to start carrying my candle line.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I really like your shop.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, and thank you for being with us today.
No problem. You guys come on down. I do custom work as well. I do parties. I do weddings, all of the things. So.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Good. So good party favors and wedding
Excellent
favors.
party favors. And it's nice because what I tell people is, especially if they're local, I do a refill program. So if you buy a candle or even another candle elsewhere and bring it back to me, you get 15% off whatever the price would normally be. So kind of keep it revolving to eliminate as much waste from landfills as possible.
That's great. I really like that. Well, thank you very much, Catherine.
No problem. Thank you, ladies.
3 different flavors, which is traditional.
I have a spinach and ricotta cheese cochita.
Cochita. How is it?
Looks good.